Ever wondered what legal and regulatory considerations are essential in property management? In the dynamic world of property management, understanding the law isn't just a good idea, it's essential. From the foundations of property law to fair housing and anti-discrimination practices, lease compliance, security deposit regulations, tenant disputes, zoning laws, building codes, data protection, lead-based paint regulations, and insurance considerations. All these elements form the legal landscape of property management. So, buckle up as we delve into the legal landscape of property management. First off, we need to understand the foundations of property law. Property law governs the relationships between landlords and tenants, laying the groundwork for property rights and obligations. It's the legal framework that defines leases, setting the rules for rental agreements. This encompasses everything from the rights of possession and use to the responsibilities for maintenance and repairs. These laws vary from region to region, but their core principles remain the same. Understanding these laws is the first step towards effective property management. Next, let's talk about fair housing laws and anti-discrimination practices. These laws are crucial, ensuring everyone has equal access to housing opportunities, regardless of race, religion, gender, familial status, disability, or nationality. As property managers, it's paramount to understand these laws and implement strategies that promote non-discrimination in tenant selection and property management. This could include developing unbiased tenant screening processes and consistently applying rental policies. Remember, equal opportunity is key in property management. Lease agreements and security deposits are two critical aspects of property management. When it comes to lease agreements, complying with legal standards and regulations is vital. The lease should clearly outline the rights and responsibilities of both parties, including rent, duration, and property maintenance. Be wary of common pitfalls, such as ambiguous language or missing essential clauses, which could lead to misunderstandings or disputes down the line. Now let's talk about security deposits. These are regulated differently from state to state. Familiarize yourself with your specific state's regulations to stay on the right side of the law. Best practices include documenting the condition of the property at move-in and move-out, storing security deposits in a separate account, and returning them promptly at the end of the lease, minus any lawful deductions. Ensuring compliance in these areas can significantly mitigate risks. Navigating evictions, tenant disputes, and zoning laws can be challenging. Evictions are a necessary but often complex aspect of property management. They must be conducted strictly adhering to state-specific regulations, ensuring that tenants' rights are respected throughout the process. This often involves providing proper notice and grounds for eviction. Tenant disputes, on the other hand, can range from disagreements over lease terms to complaints about property conditions. It's crucial to handle these disputes professionally, respecting the rights of all parties and aiming for resolution that complies with the law. And what about zoning laws? These regulations control land use within specific geographic areas. They determine what types of property may be built, where they can be located, and how they can be used or modified. Understanding and complying with zoning laws is key to preventing legal issues and ensuring the property's value and use align with local planning objectives. Managing these aspects effectively can help maintain a harmonious landlord-tenant relationship. Building codes, safety regulations, and data protection laws greatly impact property management. As property managers, it's our role to ensure properties are up to code. This means staying abreast of local and national building standards and safety guidelines, and making sure any necessary modifications are made promptly and properly. It's not just about avoiding penalties, it's about providing a safe and comfortable environment for the people who live and work in these spaces. Equally important is the protection of tenant information. In the digital age, data privacy is paramount. As stewards of sensitive information, it's our responsibility to adhere to data protection laws and best practices. This means safeguarding personal information, from the application process, through the duration of a tenant's stay, and even after they've moved on. Compliance in these areas not only ensures safety, but also builds trust with tenants. When tenants trust their property managers, it fosters a positive long-term relationship that benefits everyone involved. Finally, let's look at lead-based paint regulations, insurance, and liability considerations. Regulations mandate that property managers disclose any known lead-based paint hazards and remediate them properly. This is essential not only for tenant safety, but also for legal compliance. Now, on to insurance. Various policies protect against different risks. from property damage to liability coverage for tenant injuries. Understanding these policies is key to protecting against unexpected losses. These aspects are crucial in protecting the interests of property owners, managers, and tenants. As we've seen, navigating the legal landscape in property management is vital. From property law foundations to fair housing laws, lease agreements, evictions, and liability considerations, understanding these elements is key. Stay tuned to learn more about the legal intricacies that shape responsible and legally sound property management practices.